Hello, it's Minisode 36.
Yep.
I feel like you're really excited for this topic.
No.
We're talking about log flumes, which, I don't know, I feel like you don't hate them that much.
No.
But you don't love them.
Indifferent.
Yeah.
They're alright.
Yeah. The ones that we know in England or the UK are alright, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, my problem with log flumes is that people like them, but they're just generally a bit boring.
You mean the whole, concept of a log flume is boring?
A little bit. Because most log flumes are just kind of exist, right? Like, take your classic... I don't know, a really good example was Alton Towers Old Log Flume, which was painfully boring. Because all it did was it went up, went through the trees. You couldn't see anything. You know, you're on this ride for like 2 minutes. There was a drop, cool. Then you went back up a little bit. And then you had the main drop, and that was it.
Yeah.
The drop part, I like. The slowly meandering through nothingness, I don't like. If you've got slowly meandering through random themed scenes, sure, all for it. But if there's nothing to see, don't build it.
What are we doing? Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. I don't know, because I don't think I actually like the drop of a log flume.
Why?
Because it's actually insanity that you're allowed to sit in that thing without being strapped in and just go down. Because some of them are really tall. Like as a kid, as a kid I didn't go on roller coasters, but I went along log flumes. Which now I'm looking back why did I even do that? Because I'd be so scared of just flying out of the boat. B, they're very uncomfortable and you can't hold on to anything properly. And the water just trickles down when you go up, and then you could just get wet in the places where it's just not fun, like your shoes and your bag. Where do you put your bag? Where do you put your bag?
In the boat.
There's nowhere to put it without getting it wet. And I don't know, I don't think that the stress of all of that stuff, it outweighs the thrill of the drop. It's not even that good.
No. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I think log flumes can be funny sometimes. Depends on who you're riding with. I went on one of the log flumes at Europa Park. There's 5 of us in this boat.
Oh my god.
in height order as well, which is funny. So I was dead in the middle. Oh no, I wasn't. I'm quite tall, and I was second actually. Wow. Unless something like that. So 5.
It was a heavy boat then.
5 big lads. Yeah. With 4 out of the 5 being over 6 foot tall.
Oh my god.
All in this little log flume, and Europa Park's log flume was pretty good. So that was a really good laugh, But
yeah, it can be funny, but 9 times out of 10 in England, you don't want to get wet.
No.
And the funniest bit is getting wet, but then it's a bit what?
I don't know. It hit and miss, and you're right. I don't know. It's just sometimes you just don't want to get wet, as you said, and sometimes you do. But then when you do, there's a huge queue, and there's no. I don't want to wait that long to go on a log flume.
Yeah.
It's all of that kind of jazz.
I'd rather go on a rapids. Rapids are just a bit more comfortable, and there's less of the getting your feet soaking wet.
Well, I think rapids is more of a prolonged thrill rather than here's a calm bit followed by a big bit.
Yeah.
It's more of
when's the thrill gonna come?
Yeah,
next?
you're kind of going over rapids quite often, so it's a bit more interesting.
But I do like the scenic, slow bits of log flumes. Do you know what I mean? In a way, I'd rather it just be that, because I don't want to have to deal with the drop.
But you just got a boat ride, a Pirates of the Caribbean kind of style.
Yeah, that's what I like.
It's boring.
See, now that's interesting. Is Pirates of the Caribbean a log flume? No. Because it's not shaped like a log, or because it's not big enough?
It's a boat ride. It's a boat.
So what's the difference between a log flume and a boat ride?
I mean, traditionally, log flumes are inline seating.
Right.
With a big drop.
Okay.
Whereas a boat ride doesn't have to have a big drop, and is usually, 2
lot
wide
of seats,
or 4 wide.
Yeah.
With defined rows. you know, like proper kind of normal seating.
Seats, yeah. See, I prefer that kind of ride because you still get a little thrill from the drop, and actually, in a way, it's a bigger thrill because it's quite a. On Pirates of the Caribbean, it's like in the dark, that bit. I prefer that kind of drop and that kind of boat ride to a log flume.
Kind of.
Why do you not agree? It's like completely a story.
Pirates of the Caribbean isn't a real drop on it, and it made me disappointed. It's like the tiniest drop ever, and you don't even get wet. It's like, I don't really care.
But is it exactly the same as the original one?
I don't know.
Probably not, right? Because it's Paris.
I don't think the original one's very good.
No.
I don't know. Anyway, I like an actual thing. I don't know. I feel like there's certain rides that are built to be dark rides. You know, a dark ride is built to be a dark ride. What you put in a boat ride, mean? No, as in like a traditional, or now it would be trackless dark ride, right? Fine, traditional dark ride. I'm not going to expect it to go upside down or go through any thrilling drops or anything because it's a traditional dark ride. When you put me in a boat, I think all that changes, and I expect more. Oh, so you
mean like a Pirates of the Caribbean dark ride boat ride? You want it to be more thrilling than that?
Yeah, because especially with that theme, you know, there should be a climax. There should be like a and then a big drop, and then everyone gets a little bit wet, but not too wet. But there wasn't that really. It was like the tiniest drop ever that you felt nothing. Like it felt like nothing had happened. I just didn't rate it.
It was a gentle drop.
Very gentle, which I'm not for.
But they're probably doing that to make it family.
It's bad. Anyway, log flumes. Yeah, should be a big drop.
Yeah.
I don't know. Obviously, most parks have been getting rid of their log flumes recently.
Yeah.
Because I mean, one, they take up loads of space, and two, everyone built their log flume in the 80s, early 90s. You know, so they're all old as hell now, and it's time to get rid of them because it's probably dying.
Yeah. Are you sad that they're all pretty much gone in the UK?
I mean, they're not all gone in the UK. You've got Legoland's one, you've got Chessington's one. There's
two.
But
they've taken them out of the thrill capitals, you know, like Towers and Thorpe
I am
Park.
Definitely not sad that the log flume at Alton Towers is gone. Because as I said
obviously,
before,
because we have Wicker Man.
It's garbage. It was garbage by the time it, you know.
So you're saying that you don't care about log flumes unless they have a theme?
Unless they're interesting, yeah.
But I'd say even the ones with a theme, like the pirate one at Legoland, is still a bit boring.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
It's better than that. Better than what I've been on before. You know, it's not the worst log flume out there.
Yeah.
Whereas Alton Towers log flume was near enough the worst log flume out there. It's just boring. I don't know about Thorpe's. Only went in it once, so.
From what I remember as a kid, it had a little bit of theming, but nothing major.
Well, so did Towers technically, but it was just too long.
Okay, so what about second gen like Cheer Pass?
Because
I would have thought you'd say you only want second gen log flumes.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to build a log flume, first of all, don't. Second of all, don't build Cheer Pass either, because that ride system is awful. Sucks. Okay. It's terrible. Cheer Pass is a really nice ride, except when you factor in that you're a human person sitting in this awfully designed vehicle that just isn't comfortable. You take how uncomfortable log flumes are, and you multiply it, and that is Cheer Pass. You know, it's I don't know why they did that. It's just trash.
I can't even remember what it was.
It had this really janky, stupid lap bar that held you in, but it was bulky as hell and just uncomfortable to exist in. Your feet get wet on normal log flumes. Your feet got like 5 times wetter on Cheer Pass, and I didn't get wet except for my feet. So what's the point? Really nice story, really nice theme, really nice like turntables, and there were some elements where the boat moved to the side. I like all that, but yeah, just bad. Just do a boat ride. Just don't have a log flume. Have a normal boat ride or something. I don't know.
But you just said you don't like boat rides.
No, yeah, but a boat ride, that's the same thing with the big drop. Just build a water coaster. Like no, don't do that because they're bad as well. Just
water is an issue, I think we're saying.
No, what you want is you want Cheer Pass's drop, right? That's a cool drop, like that.
It was a cool drop.
But I want a better vehicle to sit in.
Okay.
The whole rest of the layout you can get away with any kind of water boat whatever, right? Because it's pretty standard. It's just that drop. I don't know. I mean, log flumes are good rides for everyone as well. You know, everyone can ride them, and they got high capacity. They're good all round rides, but just
they're not often done well.
Yeah, it's just not good. It's just bad. Geopass is just so sad.
So sad.
And it was unreliable as hell when it opened.
Yeah. Well, when we all went on it broke down, didn't it?
Yeah, I think so. So
okay, next one.
What?
Valhalla.
Yeah. So
is that a log flume?
No, it's a boat ride.
Okay.
You get in a boat.
You get in a boat
with defined seats.
Okay.
Which are 2x2. Well, no, 4 rows of 2.
Does that have a drop though? I can't even remember.
Multiple.
So is that closer to what you want? But obviously the decor is not.
Yeah, that's definitely Valhalla is kind of. I mean, Valhalla's old as hell and it's bad as well in a way. The boat's more comfortable, but your feet still get soaked.
Harry, everything gets soaked.
Yeah, I know, but your feet get really soaked. I don't know. Someone needs to be able to build a boat that lets water out but not in, so that any water that's already in the boat just leaves.
Is that a thing?
What do you mean?
Letting it out but not letting it in.
Surely.
That's not a thing.
One-way water filter. Surely.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean though? That's
how about they just empty the water out? Like suck it out?
Yeah, but they do. I mean, on Valhalla they literally do. I mean, most rapids and log flumes do have a little hole.
Yeah.
To let the water out when it's like in the station or something.
No, but I'm saying, why don't they get like some kind of water vacuum and just suck it up when it comes around?
They do that on Valhalla.
Only on Valhalla though.
Yeah, because
it's a problem.
Yeah.
The boat would sink.
Because it's a problem.
Yeah.
Because Valhalla literally pumps water directly into the boat, pretty much.
How did that get past the design stage?
It wasn't like that originally.
Okay.
It's just broken.
Because that is not right. No. That's not the way you make a boat ride.
See, unsurprisingly, Valhalla's made by Intamin, who made Chiapas, which is why it all kind of doesn't really work properly.
Yeah, we need a new boat manufacturer.
I mean, there are several, but
good ones.
But yeah, no, the decor is bad about Valhalla.
Well, yeah.
There's really good elements of it. Some of the theming is actually really nice, but then some of it's just a bin bag. Some of it looks just dated as hell, and some of it's just empty, but when there's like flames going off, it's really cool. So
it's a disaster.
It is, and it's, you know,
I get the point, but like I think the moment's passed for that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, trying to fix it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on to questions. What other people's thoughts? Robert says enjoyable, but no safety restraints. Only handbars to hold on to. Yeah, I get that, but then on Chiapas it's just worse. So I don't know which one the real kind of.
Yeah, but it's so hard to hold on to the side thingies, because unless you've got the little connector bits, do you know what I mean? Unless you've got that to kind of like grip your hands onto, your hand just slides away. So it's just pointless.
That kid who likes roller coasters comes out with an awful opinion. Thought
In
Park
your opinion?
An awful opinion. Thought Park don't need a new coaster. They need to bring back Loggers Loop. Wow. That's not the awful opinion. Controversial opinion here. The Flume was better than Wicker Man. That's how I feel.
The Flume was better than Wicker Man.
That is ding dong. Your opinions are wrong.
It's not often we do say things like that, but that is a little bit.
That is controversial.
A little bit controversial.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
Literally.
Gone.
Coaster Dad, aka Jeff, says they're fun but mostly all the same. Loved Rio Bravo in Spain and Chiapas in Germany. That's true. They are very, very samey. Extremely samey. Like as if someone's basically cloned them all over the world.
They can only do the same thing.
Yeah.
Pit for Backlat says that Coral Cracker at Hershey Park is really good. It has a cool non-splashdown, a downhill section, and it passes under Great Bears Station. I think a log flume that interacts with other things is definitely cool.
Yeah.
It's more interesting that way.
You need that, really.
And speaking of a log flume that interacts with other things, Joel comes out with his one true love of log flumes, which is the Flume Ride at Liseberg. He rode it many times. It's got great interaction with Liseberg Banan and Helix. Plus, it has a massive drop that doesn't get you completely soaked. It does a very cool drop.
That one was actually quite interesting because it was on the hill.
Yeah.
But still, there was like
still
no
had
theming.
Boring elements, yeah.
There's no theming because the theming was like the rest of the park.
Yeah, basically.
It was Liseberg themed. HK RC Thrills says, I really like log flumes. It's a good chance to take a break away from the coasters and flat rides.
Mm-hmm. Something else for sure.
Yeah, if there's no other water rides. But see, if there's no... See, I'd still go for like a rapids over a log flume.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Because I don't think we often do more than one water ride a day.
I mean, we don't really go to the park. Many parks that have both a rapids and a log flume anymore.
Yeah, but I'd still choose a rapids, I think.
Yeah, I would as well. Amy says, not personally that fond of log flumes, quite scared of water, and the way you slide around in the seat scares her. She did the Liseberg one. It scared me more than any of the coasters there.
That's fair enough.
But she said she liked Tiger Rock a few days ago. So.
Oh yeah, we haven't done that yet with the revamp.
Not with the revamp. I do want to ride it. Haven't been on any of the new Chessington rides, which frustrates me.
Every time we go to Chessington, we've got other stuff on the agenda.
The last time we went was for that charity bike ride. So.
Yeah.
And the last time we went before that was 2016.
Yeah, mad.
So, need to go back.
Penguin Theatre Zero says, I love log flumes. I think it's so sad that many are gone, but I feel like they'll make a comeback.
Hell no.
Gen 3, what do you think?
What, where they actually fix the boat design?
Yeah.
I don't think Intamin's capable of doing that. Mikhail says, they're such an underrated attraction at parks. Right there with flat rides, in my opinion. And I do wish they'd make a comeback. Cheer Pass, Dudley's Ripsaw Falls are his favourites. Also, shouts out Cold Cracker at Hershey Park for a surprising little pop of air at the end.
Someone whose name I can't read because it's just like letters and numbers says, in the UK they feel kind of pointless. You probably get the same amount of wet from standing in the rain.
I mean, yeah.
This is true.
It's very true. Kind of, yeah. Someone says that they prefer log flumes to the more shoot rides, like Tidal Wave, for example. You know, where it's just one big drop.
Yeah.
It's because Tidal Wave is terrible. I hate it.
I think, but
it gives me so much anxiety.
So is that a boat ride then?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, in a way, that's like the water version of Stealth, where it's kind of pointless because it's just one big drop.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the equivalent of a roller coaster has thrills, right? So Stealth is like one big thrill.
See,
this water coaster, the point of a water coaster is to get you wet.
It's not a water coaster though, is it?
No, not a water coaster. I mean, a water ride is to get you wet. Yeah, but this has one wetness.
It's too wet.
Well, yeah. What? Yeah, but that's not intentional, is it?
Yeah, probably. So a ride like very similar to Tidal Wave but slightly different is Atlantica Super Splash at Europa Park. All it basically does is it goes up a lift hill, it goes on a turntable, turns 90 degrees, goes under this like small drop, then back up, turns 90 degrees again, and then goes down a big drop.
Okay. But
it kind of goes down a drop and then it goes over a bunny hill, and then into the splashdown. But you don't get stupidly soaked. And it's quite fun.
So you're like skimming the water.
Kind of. You do get wet. Me and John rode it twice. 3 times. We managed to get a double ride at the end of the day. For some reason, we went on at the end of the day. And the best thing about that is, there was like barely anyone left in the park. We were running over towards it. The ride was coming down. So I said, John, stand there. And then I ran away and he just stood there and he got completely soaked by it. Obviously, we went on it, right after, so we both got soaked, but classic. But that's good, and it's pretty much the same thing as Tidal Wave. But I like that though. I think the whole point of these water rides is getting that balance of wet. Yeah,
but I think the point of Tidal Wave is that it's so wet.
No, I know, but I just don't like it.
But whereas, like, if you think of Valhalla, the point isn't to get you soaking wet, but it just happens that you do. Perhaps. Do you see what I mean? Like, that is the main aim of Tidal Wave.
I just don't like it.
And it's intentional.
It's bad. It's just not very fun.
Well, not if you don't want to get wet.
Well, I don't want to get wet twice.
Yeah, the second wave is really a killer.
Disgusting.
Anyway, interesting topic of conversation.
Yeah.
The dying breed of log flumes.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if it's a trend in the industry, then
it becomes saturized.
No, what I was going to say is, if it's a trend in the industry, there's a reason for it.
Right.
If it was just one or two parks getting rid of their log flumes, you're like, it's just one or two parks getting rid of their log flumes.
Mm-hmm.
But because so many parks are deciding to replace their log flumes or remove their log flumes, and then that allows them to make way for new rides, obviously they're just not that great anymore.
I think we've grown out of them.
Exactly. They're not thrilling enough.
Yeah.